because one of them is starting to go kind of nuts, and I love to see that. So let's set up the volume profile here. Today's Tuesday, so I think we could just go back to Friday, right? Go back to that gap up. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So right now we are edging on this big area with lots of liquidity in it, right? Now, whether we see the bullish trend acceptance here or reject, we'll have to wait and see just a little bit. But things are looking pretty good. I would like to see us come back up into this area. And to be honest with you, in pre-market, I wouldn't even be upset if we came into this area and just kind of traded around here. Um, Obviously, I would like to see an explosion, but I wouldn't be mad at trading in that range either. So we'll see what happens over the next few minutes. I guess the next 50 minutes really. Just kind of setting up these liquidity levels now. These are the notable areas where we could expect to find support and resistance. And I hope everyone had a nice 3-day weekend. I hope everyone had a nice 3-day weekend. Did anyone do anything fun over the 3-day weekend while we're setting this up? Anybody? What'd you guys do? Let me know in the chat. Work, crack, beach. Okay. Work, crack, beach, got wasted. But wasted as in like the waste of a person. And I don't mean WAST, right? I mean WAIST, right? Like the waist, that's below your gut. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like you guys had fun. It sounds like you guys had fun. I'm glad. I'm glad. It's important to take time away from the markets, right? Just in the same way that when you're working a job, right? It's important to have days off. The reason that it's important to have days off is so we can relax, we can recharge, right? Trading can be trading can be tough, right? This is a tough game. So it's good to be able to get a little bit of a break and be able to recharge. So, for anyone out there that's like, "Oh man, I hate the weekends because I wish I could trade." Well, stop. You're probably over trading then. Like, enjoy the time. Go touch some grass. Smell the roses, right? Enjoy it. The whole purpose of trading is so that way you can enjoy the things that most people don't get to enjoy. Like that's the benefit of being a trader. A lot of other people are working on Saturdays and Sundays. You get to go do whatever the fuck you want. Now that's freedom. That's freedom, and it's worth something. All right, we are extending up into new highs for the day, at least for this session. Obviously, things are looking pretty good. Point of control is firmly below us. Um, yeah, things are looking incredibly bullish going into today. So this is kind of something that we had talked about in the Warrior chat yesterday, right? Is that we expected this big bullish pressure, kind of coming off of the back of really solid earnings last week. Pardon me, as well as a potential deal with Iran being brokered. I know that we get a quote unquote deal with Iran like every day, especially on the first trading day of the week. But it doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because the market actually fucking pumps off of it. That's why it doesn't matter. Do you know that allow you to trade your funds immediately? Webull, Silas. Webull should let you do it pretty much immediately. And speaking of Riley, we're definitely going to have to talk about Riley because that thing's starting to go nuts, and I love to see it. Okay, so we got our big liquidity levels mapped out. These are the places where we could expect support and resistance, and once we pass over, kind of like the top of this volume profile, that's usually where we kind of see like a big accelerant to the upside. So we'll just kind of wait and see. Right now, we are literally consolidating on this big chunk of liquidity that just got placed in right here. So things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good. Can't be mad at it. All right, let's talk about some of our swings. So first off, I want to talk about Groupon. Now, you might notice that this candle, right? You might notice that this candle is quite big, and the wick is big too. You might say, "Oh, okay, well, that's normal, right? It's a small company, $719 million. It is a small company. This is a small cap. But we could see that this is like a big difference from what we've kind of seen in the past, right? On this ticker. And what that's telling me, right, when I see this kind of movement even happening in the first place, what that's telling me is that this float is getting incredibly thin. And when the float starts getting really thin, that's where you can see like extreme pressure, right? Because you're going to see a lot of volatility. If there's not a lot of shares to trade, then every transaction is going to move this thing around. Now, it's pre-market, right? We're kind of just sitting, but this was like a nice probe for liquidity to see what would happen, and dude, the price just runs right up. So I'm assuming that this was a fund kind of testing the waters, and hopefully they decide to make the push today because this thing is on the precipice of a squeeze. Now, if we go out to a higher time frame, you could really see it a lot better. Even if we just hold where we are right now in pre-market and we can open up right here, like that's a breakout, right? I think we could all agree that that's a breakout. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay. So, for the Warriors, right? Anyone that took this trade, they're up anywhere from 70 to 100% on their calls. What's a float? Sorry. Yeah. So a float is basically the float is the amount of shares that are not held by insiders or institutions. Right? It's the amount of shares that are available to trade. And if it gets thin, if that float gets small, the smaller the float, the more chaotic the movements, right? The more violent the movements, right? Because there's not a lot of shares to trade. So if there's only 2 million shares to trade and someone comes in and says, "Hey, I want to buy 1 million of them." Well, dude, that thing's going to go through the fucking roof. So the float is just what is available for traders to trade. But yeah, so we're seeing a breakout here on Groupon. Realistically, once we get past here, this is like our last area of major resistance. And to be honest with you, once we get up to 20, there are a ton of calls sitting at that $20 level. So if this thing continues to rise and hits 20 and can stay there for a little bit, that's when we should start seeing all of the hedging that we've been talking about in Warrior Chat. start to take place. And that's where you can get that big squeeze to the upside, like 30 plus, right? So, there is a shot that our calls end up uh, returning multiple hundreds of percent. Congratulations if that happens, and just keep an eye on it today, right? There's nothing wrong with taking some of your gains here. I personally, right, like it's a pretty small bet for me, with pretty just like asymmetric risk to reward. So, I'm just gonna kind of hold on until I see, you know, some convincing selling. But right now, like this just isn't it. And I say that being up, 100% on my Junes and like 70% on my July calls. So things are looking pretty good there. Now, the next thing that I wanted to talk about is Riley. So Riley, similarly, is in a spot where it can squeeze pretty big. If we go to the daily, we can see that this breakout really kind of began. When was this? May 18th, and then we got another breakout literally on Friday. And today we are threatening to push it like over the top of the big wicks from the January squeeze. So, uh, things are looking pretty good in Riley's world. Really liking this. We're getting a really big, strong buy signal from the ADX DMI. For those of you that don't know, this thing is like one of the best fucking indicators when you're swing trading, right? So it got like a really big buy signal right here. And what ended up happening is it ran from 372 all the way up to almost $11. So, just a casual 3x, just a casual 300% without using any kind of leverage whatsoever. And then, here we got another big signal, right? We got that at 762 and currently sitting at 1082 in pre-market. So that's also a pretty solid gain of about 45% or so. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for continuation throughout the day. Given what NASDAQ looks like, I don't think that that's very unreasonable. So, if we can break through this, then we should start to see some real upward momentum and see kind of like a melting up of price, right? Uh, there is still pretty significant short interest sitting at about like 15%, I think. But it's nothing like what it was down here, right? So I don't think that the shorts so much got squeezed out. I think that what ended up happening is that they started covering because they were like, oh shit, we don't want to get squeezed out. So they covered at a small loss before it turned into an astronomical loss. And either way, that's okay with me. I just wanted them out of my fucking way. So Riley looking very good. Groupon looking very good. NASDAQ, you're looking good too, man. You just keep doing your thing, consolidating right here. Okay, you just keep doing your thing. So today's bias is certainly bullish. Just kind of want to keep an eye on it, see what kind of things end up happening today. We do have some big news later in the week, so I'm going to pull up the Forex Factory calendar for you guys just so you could see it for yourselves. So let's see. We have orange folder news, right? CB consumer confidence ratings 30 minutes after market open. Not expecting that to impact things super heavily. Wednesday is just a bunch of talking, right? Nothing super huge, I don't think, is going to be said there. Most people don't pay attention to these guys, to be honest with you. They probably should, but they don't. So we have red folder news on Thursday morning, literally right as we're starting the stream. Thursday is also going to be a free stream day, so be sure to come in and check it out and hang out with us while we kind of go over all this. These two are both really, really big. So number one, we have the core PCE price index month over month. This is a pretty good measure of inflation. Then we have the preliminary GDP quarter over quarter. This is funny because this has, like, in the recent past, this GDP number has been revised over and over again after the fact. Now, when we saw a major slowing of GDP, a few quarters ago, and right now, analysts are forecasting that we're actually going to see a pretty sizable increase in GDP. So if that ends up happening, the things are going to be looking really, really good. Then we have our preliminary GDP price index quarter over quarter and unemployment claims. Now, the unemployment claims are a really, really big deal. And the reason that we care so much about the unemployment claims is because if there is high unemployment, then that might be a situation, right? If the unemployment ends up coming in way hotter than expected, that might be a situation where the Federal Reserve might want to cut rates to kind of help prop that jobs market up. But we are dealing with pretty high inflation still, and with the effects of oil, increased oil cost not being truly felt yet, right? Because it does take some time for countries to work through their reserves and for all of this to really, really be felt by the economy. I don't think that they can really cut rates either. I think that we're kind of, in a spot where we're a little bit stuck. Meta laid off 22% of its employees. Is that going to impact anything? It's bullish as fuck. What do you mean? So think about it this way, right? We're going to talk about Meta for a second, just because Conquest is asking. So think about it this way. You have a business. It has 100 employees. Okay, you lay off 22% of them. Now you have 78 employees. You're getting the same amount of work done, but you're doing it by paying 78 people instead of 100 people. What does that mean? And that's a real question. What does that mean? Right? Answer in the chat. What does that mean, guys? You got 78 people doing the same amount of work as 100. What does that mean? Yes, that's an efficient company, right? So what that means is that now you have enhanced profitability because you have to spend less on payroll, you have to spend less on benefits, but you're getting the same amount of revenue and the same profits, or rather more profits. So yeah, absolutely, that's an efficient company. So AI is going crazy. Meta is actually, they are spending pretty much, like, they've already announced that they're spending basically all of their free cash flow, right? All of their profits for 2026 are going into setting up massive data centers and building out their AI infrastructure. So this is something that we did kind of see coming. As a result, to be honest with you here, let me pull up the chart and show you Meta, because Meta got beat the hell up over this, and it's actually, like, this is kind of a cheap company right now for what they are. Like, this is a discounted price, okay? This is a discounted price. Believe it or not, Meta at 610, discount. It's a $1.5 trillion company. These guys absolutely crush their earnings over and over and over again. They have a really, really healthy margin. I think that their new, like, platform that they're trying to basically, like, take some of Reddit's business away, I think that that's going to fail spectacularly, but I don't think it's going to really matter, right? So, they're cutting, Yeah, they're replacing their own employees with AI they help create. That's capitalism, bro. That's what we do here, right? It's the same thing as like, in the early 1900s, right? At the start of the Industrial Revolution, you used to have hundreds of people in a factory, thousands of people in a factory. Now, you can get away with about 10% of it, of the numbers that you used to, and they're more efficient. Why? Because of automation, right? Because what they ended up doing is they found efficient ways to do things, right? Like through the assembly line, right? That was um, Henry Ford that had initially created that model of, or rather that, I guess, yeah, model's the right word, right? That model of a factory. So, you got that. Then you started getting machinery that was able to do people's jobs, but do it far more efficient and also safer and cheaper and quicker. So basically, just better in every way, right? So this is something incredibly normal. And when you see it depends on the reason, right? If a business is cutting employees without being able to replace that production, then that's not really like a good sign, right? But if they're cutting employees because they're having AI help take it over, right? That's incredibly bullish. That is incredibly bullish. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit of selling pressure on Nasdaq. Nothing I'm worried about though. Still feeling bullish on the day. But yeah, that's incredibly bullish. So, when we're looking at all of that, right? That should, if anything, that should give you a signal to buy Meta, right? And for what it's worth, like I don't use Meta products, right? Like I'm not fond of Facebook or Instagram. Like I don't care about any of that. But what I can tell you is that Meta is like an advertising juggernaut. Okay, these guys are huge. So, like if anything, I think that Meta is actually a pretty reasonable buy here. Um, you know, and laying off, 22% of their workforce, that's actually really bullish. I'm gonna have to actually reach out to one of my friends who's a product executive over at Meta and make sure that he's good. I assume he will be, but he's middle management type. So, what do I think the longevity of Meta is? Uh, well, I mean, Instagram has been around for a long time. Facebook's kind of dead, right? I think the biggest thing that Facebook has going for it is Facebook Marketplace, but Instagram is like Instagram started getting popular right after I graduated high school, right? And it's still very, very popular. So, what do I think the longevity of it is? I mean, I don't think that it's going away anytime soon. Like I don't. I don't, right? I don't think that Instagram is suddenly going to go away and be usurped. No, I did not, Charles. I did not. So, yeah, Meta looking very, very solid, right? Looking very, very solid. Um, and to be honest with you, I think their forward PE, that's the price to earnings ratio, is like 14, which is kind of hard to find in a market like this, right? That's actually slightly better than Reddit's, but I think that a lot of the growth in Meta is kind of, you know, done. Well, I guess the growth in their social media side is done. They have other stuff that they're working on. But I think that a lot of that is kind of done, and it's going to be growing a little bit slower than something like Reddit, right? Whereas I think Reddit has a lot more upside opportunity. Um, but realistically, I think that both of them are buys. Like I don't see a world where Meta, fails. I don't see it. It doesn't make sense to me. MTCH. Oh, match. Okay. So, I don't know a lot about this company's fundamentals. That's what I'm going to tell you right off the bat. If we're looking at the chart, it looks like it could be finding some support here. In fact, we could definitely say that this area has been supportive. Um, I don't know enough about this company's like individual financials to give you like a fantastic answer though. Okay. What I can tell you is that just at a quick glance, right? If we're looking at their earnings, like they do make money, they are profitable, they consistently beat, right? They reported revenue growth here. As a result, they sold off because it wasn't enough, but they are finding some support. I I I mean, I don't hate it just at a glance, right? I mean, again, I don't I haven't looked under the hood, right? I don't know if there's like a big debt overhang. I don't know if their capex spending is ridiculous. Like I don't know any of that offhand because I don't follow this company. But what I can tell you is that I think that this is mostly for like older people, right? Like the younger people are on the fuck, what are they called? You just had it. Tinder and Hinge. Yeah, right. That's what the younger people are on, right? And they're hitting each other up on fucking Instagram. They're not going on match.com, right? And especially when we're talking about um like dating and like a relationship social media, I think that the the really really smart way to go about that is by targeting the young people, right? Target the young people who have decades of fucking before them. That's just me. That's just me. I would be targeting the fuck out of Gen Z if I ran this company. Like that would be my main audience would be Gen Z, especially considering that like Gen Z and I know we have a lot of Gen Z in the chat. So forgive me. But there was a study done, right, that shows they own Tinder and Hinge. Do they really? I didn't know that. Huh. Okay. Well, I might have to look into this a little bit more. Like I haven't really because I haven't followed it. But you know what? I'm gonna add it to my watch list. And I'm gonna have to do some research on this one. So let me do that. Uh 5467. Try Grinder. I just don't know any others. I'm not in the dating scene. So like I don't know, dude. I know that Grinder is one of them. Oh, and eHarmony. Is eHarmony around? I remember those commercials. You could try eHarmony too. Got IP banned. Get fucking wrecked, dude. Get fucking wrecked. Now you're gonna have to go talk. Now you're gonna have to go talk to people in person. That's crazy. Oh no. You're gonna have to do it the way that people did it for fucking ever. You have to meet someone organically. Ugh. He's like, how am I supposed to send him pictures of my dick then? You don't. You be respectful. You fuck. Dating apps need loot boxes. Yeah, and that's an interesting trend. I mean, like not even just sociologically, right? Like it is an interesting trend that we're kind of seeing. Oh, do I have Icarus muted? I don't know how he mutes himself on the live.
I don't.
Well, I know that you're not like intentionally doing it. I'm just saying I don't know how that happens because I don't mute you. And I'm assuming that you don't mute you, right?
I think it's more like a hotkey thing that you maybe press something that mutes me.
If I had that hotkey, if I was so fortunate. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck you.
But yeah. So online dating has like taken over. But we'll have to take a little bit of a look, right? Because all of it sounds good on paper, but the thing is that we have to look deeper, because if for whatever reason, like, they had to take on a bunch of debt to buy these things, right? Like, then that's probably not a good look. But if they were able to use like existing money, which is very likely, right? I would be surprised if they had to take on debt to buy, what do they call it, Tinder and Hinge. Um, yeah, well, look around COVID, the earnings went to the moon. So basically, everything did around that time, right? Like anything anything online, like Amazon crushed it, Zoom crushed it during COVID, right? People were bored sitting at home with nothing else to do. I bet that Match.com did well there. I bet it did. A bunch of people were sitting at home, laid off from their jobs, sitting on unemployment with fuck all to do. You actually had like a bunch of instances where you would have roommates like hooking up, right? And having COVID babies. You're like, oh, what is that? A baby with COVID? No, that's just sad. Okay. The COVID baby was a specific, uh, it was a baby that was conceived as a result of boredom during COVID, right? That was real. That was real. Like, that happened all the time. I mean, how many people do you guys know that ended up having fucking babies during COVID? Because I know a
Co-
bunch.
COVID babies are something else.
COVID babies are real, dude. They're real. I'm not even joking. Like, well, Swazzle doesn't know because he's young and COVID happened when he was a teenager, right? COVID happened when I was an adult. So I'm sure that like a lot of the other, older folks here, that, you definitely know people that have fucking COVID babies. You got you got a little COVID baby. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Peloton was always a joke, to be honest with you. Like, if you and I'm going to preface this by saying, sorry, not sorry to anyone that bought Peloton, because this is going to be super obvious to you now. But if you bought Peloton, um, and you expected it to go to the moon, like, dude, you kind of got what you deserved, right? Like, that was a really, really stupid move on your behalf. So, uh, yeah, after COVID, some of them died. That's because they were shit companies to begin with. They were shit companies going into COVID. They were shit during COVID, right? A lot of people think that, a company stock, like has something to do with the business, and like sometimes it does, but often they're kind of disconnected, right? So that's kind of like the deal with Groupon. Do I think that Groupon is just this like fantastic business? Fuck no. No, I don't think this is a fantastic business. I think this is a very unimpressive, okay business. But the whole reason that I like it is because it has high short interest and high institutional ownership, and because the market mechanics situation here, it has primed it for a squeeze, right? It has nothing to do with the business itself. It has everything to do with the stock, which is like this separate entity, right? Like the company, the stock. These two things are far apart. Sometimes they influence each other. Sometimes they have absolutely nothing to do with each other. Look at Tesla, right? Tesla earns, but they don't earn like a fucking multiple trillion-dollar company does, right? And yet their price sustains up there. Why? Well, it's because the stock price has been divorced from reality ever since they squeezed in like 2020. It is what it is. I bet you remember seeing so many Pelotons for sale after lockdown ended. You know, Garrick, I think that the thing that Peloton did that people don't appreciate is they made the most expensive clothes rack ever conceived of. Right? They made the most expensive clothes rack you could possibly ask for. That's what Peloton did. People are like, "Oh, well no, they got the riding cycle." No. Okay? That's where people put their fucking clothes when they're too lazy to throw them in the dirty clothes or fucking hang them up. They just stuck them on their Peloton. Yeah. Yeah. Like literally, you have to have a crazy expensive subscription to ride a fucking a cycle. Like, come on. Come on. So Peloton was, yeah, literally ungodly expensive stationary bike. Yeah, so Peloton, like from the get go, I knew that shit was not gonna work out, dude. I saw people jumping into Peloton. That was like kind of that was during the meme craze, right? Like with GameStop and AMC theaters and all that. Like that was all kind of happening at the same time. What's up, Eisen? So, you know, when you saw like that like irrational exuberance, a lot of that was due to the fact that going into COVID, right? These big hedge funds, these big short funds, what they did is they shorted the shit out of a bunch of businesses that were likely going to suffer from COVID, especially if it was prolonged, right? Um, so very notable out of these was GameStop and AMC. And short sellers not only sold a bunch of shares short, but they also sold a bunch of calls. And when those calls went into the money, they were on the hook to deliver and forced buying. Okay. Which should sound really familiar with Groupon here, except this was a much, much bigger scale. Okay. And um, when those calls started going into the money, they were forced to hedge. So that way they could deliver the shares when contracts are exercised. So they start hedging. They push the price up. You have a gamma squeeze. Because of the gamma squeeze, that led into an actual short squeeze. And we saw GameStop go from something like $3 up to 500 in the course of a month and a half, 2 months. Like, dude, that was absolute insanity. And nothing about GameStop had changed, right? Like it was still the shitty business it always was. But because of a unique situation with like market mechanics, right? And just due to the laws of supply and demand, right? There was virtually no supply and there was a bunch of forced demand because these shorts had to buy back to cover, right? And et cetera, et cetera. You know, the price ended up going into the fucking sky. And that was a really exciting time, right? So it wasn't just those companies. Kodak also squeezed off there. I think Nokia did, BlackBerry did, right? So a lot of it were like these companies that were kind of zombies, right? Some of them just ended up going bankrupt. Like Toys R Us. Toys R Us went bankrupt. It is what it is, right? But you know, like what I'm trying to tell you is that there can be really, really good ideas, right? Like, okay, COVID starting, right? You see Steam taking off. You see most people buying their games online, on Xbox and PlayStation Network, right? Like it made sense to short GameStop. What didn't make sense was shorting it when over 100% of the shares outstanding had already been shorted. So the problem wasn't being bearish on it. The problem was the excessiveness, right? The crazy, crazy greed to short more of something than actually exists. Like, you have actually got to be fucking stupid to do that. And well, look at Melvin Capital now. Oh wait, you can't, because they had to go bankrupt and they're done, finished, finito. We actually saw like the death of several hedge funds, right? Which was hilarious to me. Yeah. So that's just kind of a situation where, reality and the stock price were very divorced, right? Like, everyone piled into AMC. AMC was a garbage business. AMC is still a garbage business. In fact, I to be honest with you, if you had asked me, like, when that squeeze was happening, like, hey, May of 2026, do you think this thing's going to still be listed and still exist as a company? I would have been like, yeah, probably not. Imagine trying to run a fucking movie theater chain in 2026. Like, bro, we got Netflix and Hulu. The fuck do we need a movie theater for? Movie theaters haven't really been making money, and AMC is like the worst out of all of the movie theaters, right? I would way rather go to fucking Cinemark or IMAX than AMC myself. But you know, there was a situation that caused the price to go fucking crazy, right? So a lot of times, you know, you could find some situations where market mechanics are more important than reality, right? Market mechanics are more important than the reality the company finds itself in. And that's kind of the case with Groupon, right? Like, what time is it for me now? It's 6:20 in the morning. but see, but see, that's the problem, legit, right? That's the problem. Is that is that if it's a healthy business, you shouldn't be the only person in the fucking theater. That's an issue, right? They're running an entire fucking movie just for you. Like, cool, as a consumer, maybe you dig that, but as a business, like, dude, that is an awful business model. Like, yeah, it sucks for them. It's terrible. It's terrible. They have no way to stay in business. Like, these guys suck. AMC is a garbage company, and I'm going to tell you right now, okay? If you guys ever want to learn how to trade AMC, this is what you do. You wait for it to pop. You buy some at the money puts at whatever price it is that are like 4 to 6 months out, and you just wait. That's it. That's how you play AMC. Every time it pops up, short it. That's the way to play AMC. I mean, I I wouldn't recommend doing it, right? Like, right now, but if it went up to like $3, dude, short the fucking shit out of it. Short the hell out of it, because there's an entire cult of people that are bagged like up at $100 plus still, that have been hoping for the last 5.5 years that AMC is going to go off again, and it won't. It won't. Okay, so you can short into them. They're baggies. They have no idea what the fuck's going on. They're going to sit there and hold while you short into them and make it incredibly easy. And they clearly don't buy, because if they were buying this whole time and they were buying enough to matter, then the price wouldn't be at like $1.20 or wherever the fuck it is. Okay? Yeah, literally, dream on. You think AMC is going to squeeze? Dream on, dude. Dream the fuck on. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, that covers a lot of topics for equities. We actually got into a whole bunch today. I hope you guys learned a little something from all that. I know that I'm prone to ramble, so you know, hopefully you learned a little something, right? Give you a little bit of perspective. Um, it is about time for me to go do my morning routine, go get my caffeine. You got to splash some water on my face, wake myself up before we get to trading. So I'm going to leave you guys with Icarus for a few minutes, and I'll be back for market open, and we're going to nail this thing. All right?
Alrighty.
Okay, be right back.
So, let's get to the technical things, eh? Nah, just kidding. So, quick update on gold. Remains at a critical point. Could either pump from here or just dump straight to the fucking pits of hell. Same goes for silver. Bitcoin also at a weird spot right now. Rejected off of the support level at around 75. Could go up from here or just fall down, depending on the volume and news. US 30, on the other hand, looking pretty decent. We are about to fill the opening gap from Monday. So that could also be a very strong play today to just short it on open. That's what I'm seeing. Does anyone else have something to say or to talk about? No, Swazzle, don't ask me stupid questions. Stop it. See, Eisen, and that's something I can get behind. Nah. So, full port? Definitely not. We don't want to do that. I knew a few people that just full ported and blew their account. Not even into New York session, but straight up into like Asia. Aspect, you can't put trust me, bro, and no financial advice in the same sentence, right? You know how that looks. Why would I get sued? I ain't doing shit. I'm just here existing. Bunch of weird motherfuckers. Does anyone have some things on the options that they find interesting lately? Oh yeah, right, you made your bot. Yeah, let me know how it works. How hot is it for you guys? On my end here, it's currently 23 degrees Celsius, but it's probably even warmer. Yeah, guys, make sure you drink enough and stay hydrated. Because especially when we sit here and trade, we don't want to get like completely drained. Really, what shorts are you talking about? Yeah, Frozen. It's worse here in Europe, I think, because I've met a lot of people that said like, yeah, I grew up in 45 degrees Celsius, and that shit was so easy. But when I came to Europe, it was hot because we have much more humidity in the air. Yeah, the UK people are just weird. That's all. All right, mark it out. Let's see. So we started off with a big scam candle. US 30 just dumping as expected. You know what? I'm probably gonna enter a small short on US 30. Just giving it a second to finish up. And I'm probably entering here, yeah. I'm in. We're deep, boys. Nah, short. US 30 is short territory. And probably also Nasdaq, because I don't like that the gap hasn't been filled from Friday to Monday. Because that's like such a big liquidity hole.
Yeah, I'm not touching that right now.
Yo, I'm chilling. I'm in some US 30 shorts here.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not touching Nasdaq here.
Also gonna go break even already.
Yeah, Silas, I am.
Yo, Uzi, what up?
No shit, Uzi's here. What's up, Uzi? We're getting some crazy trading on Groupon too.
Is that so, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And Riley. Riley looking great. Groupon, not looking as good as I wanted it to, but that's okay. This is probably gonna act as support. If we can't get it at 800, then this might be a situation where we could take a small short here. Yeah. Let's see.
And I am out on break even. Damn.
Oh, to hit your stop.
Yeah.
That's okay though.
No, it's not. It just scammed me out. It just went like down. I was $60 move in profit and immediately got right bought back up to my entry and went back down.
Entering small short on Nasdaq.
Yo.
There we go. Take profits here. Take profits here.
Already?
Yes.
Don't become like Barry, trading every tick.
I'm not trading every tick. We caught the move halfway between these liquidity levels. Took it down to this other liquidity level. That's fine.
I've
Look at that. Oh, we're getting more downside. Yeah, we're getting more downside.
Cut my fill at 779. Because I think it's gonna flush from here.
I think it can too, actually.
Jeez.
Hmm.
Alright, I'm taking profits here.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely should be out of that.
That's a nice grand.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah, the heat map is completely busted right now.
I fucking bet it is. It's because this is just craziness that's happening right now. Market's trying to figure out what the fuck it's doing.
So am I.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yo, I got myself some luxury yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought myself a pack of 12 cans Monster White.
Oh. What a
And
luxury.
I put them all in the refrigerator.
Oh.
Ice cold. Perfect.
I do miss $9 SLS too.
Yeah, say bye to that. It's over.
Shut up. It's not over. Groupon COO is going to be resigning. Okay. This could potentially be bottom on NASDAQ, at least for now, like a local low. If we could see it start to push up into these candles, that might be a decent long. Just kind of waiting though. There we go. Take it a small long here. Very small. Very, very small. Keep a tight stop. Ooh, I don't like those wicks to the upside, but let's see if we can get some more of that upward momentum here. We're a little jumpy right now, aren't we? Sellers are trying to force this back down. We got a little bit of a battle going on the tape here. First target is value area low. If it drops it starts to drop meaningfully but below this liquidity level, that's where we're going to want to get out, and you should have your stop set there. All right. Stop hit. That's fine. That's totally fine. Make sure that we're managing risk and mitigating as much of those losses as possible, you know? Oh, wow. There's like a fucking $6 range here. That's gross. There we go. Huh, maybe I should have just had a wider stop on that. That's okay. I did what I did to make sure that I was managing risk. So just watching.
Yo, Connor, what are you talking about? You could have banked today as well. We had fairly clean price action, to be honest.
I'm entering a small buy on NASDAQ. There we go. There we go. Trail stops. They should be a little bit above break even right now. Make sure your stop is above break even. Move that stop up a little bit. Probably have it about $8 down from current price. There we go. There we go. Very nice. Move it up. Move the stop up to about 830-ish, right? About $3 down from current price. And it's hit. It's hit. I'm out. That's fine. That's fine. That was a good trade. We can't be mad at that. That was a good trade. Good job. Good job, guys. Little bit more frozen. not that much more, but a little more.
He's using probably 8.
Something like that. It's a little more. Oh my god, dude, and that thing just fucking ran through the roof on us. Damn. Take profits here if you haven't already. Like, take your profits, okay? You won the game. Take the profits. How's everyone doing so far? Yeah. Kushal, join our premium. And come hang out with us every day in stream because we do really, really, really fucking well. So, you know, join the winning team. That's what I have to say about that.
I'd say like 93% of the days that we traded so far were green.
Yeah, we do pretty well. Is what my bot. I don't have a bot.
Do you mean the heat map? That's my work.
yeah, that's the indicator that Icarus used. By the way, this indicator comes with every single Warrior subscription. So join it up if you want to use this thing. 5 micros isn't a ton. I mean, it's 5 micros is a ton if you're trading like a 25K account or like a 10K account. Like that's a lot. This is potentially a breakout. Let's wait and see if we can get a little confirmation of the upside. Would really like to see it go past this wick. Let's go ahead and wait and see how this candle closes. We got about 5 seconds on it. Just get ready to buy. And I said, get ready. Don't do it yet. Just wait. Small buy here. And filled. All right. Oh, and we're up. And we're up. Okay. Set your stops to slightly better than break even, right? Make sure that you are able to secure some gains. If you if you have a larger position, this would definitely be the time to start scaling out of it and start selling it in small batches as it runs up, right? And start de-risking yourself. But yeah, this is looking really good. Ooh, very nice. I'm going to sell a little here.
My spider sense is tickling. I feel some kind of way about this market right now.
That's beautiful.
I think there is a huge candle of doom coming in today.
Start taking profits. Start taking profits. Yeah. Take your profits here, guys. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. You nailed the fucking trade, right? We hit over a $30 move. Take your fucking profits. We got a big liquidity level here. Might act as resistance. If anything, you should be down to just a few contracts as runners. And again, guys, if you have already banked this morning super hard, which you have had every opportunity to do so between the call outs and between the beautiful price action, like don't be afraid to walk away on the day, right? Don't be afraid to walk away and say, you know what, I made as much as I need to today. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, dude, you know, you're up $2,000. Dude, fuck it, you won the game. Like, you won the game. You should be completely out of that position right now. Out of that long that we took down here at like 68. Like that was over a $35 move. You should be out.
I'm gonna be AFK for a sec.
Okay, go be AFK. Riley looking real good on the day. Shit. There might be some further upside in NASDAQ, but I want to wait and see what actually happens first. Because this is an area where I expect a lot of resistance to come in and sellers to start stepping in. Especially given how crazy this move has been. We caught it in two legs, basically, right? 2 different trades. But it's looking really good. It's looking really good. Let's see if we can get some more upside here. Don't rush it. Don't rush. Right? We want to take our time. We want to be slow and methodical. Make sure that everything we're doing makes sense logically. Everybody, can we get some W's in the chat for 5467, please? Yeah, I like seeing our community encourage each other. That's what this is all about. We want to grow and learn together. Grow and learn together. So, great job. Great job, 5467. And great job, everyone. I'm sure you guys are fucking banking today. If not, then, you must not be listening because we have hit some really, really nice moves. Yeah. And we want to make sure, again, that we're not over trading, right? Like you see me, I'm literally just sitting here, right? Lights off, fucking calm, man. I'm hanging out. Like I am in no rush. Okay. And I don't want you guys to be in any kind of rush either. Like we have to be disciplined. We have to be patient. Do I think price will push up to 30,000 a bit and then dump? I mean, I don't know, right? Like we're running into a decent bit of resistance here. I mean, 30,000 is not really far away. So I like trading with the lights off. Yeah, and that's how you'll always blow accounts is if you're rushing, right? Like that's just how it is. All right, cool. I hope all of you took your profits up here where it got called. Right here, and boom, there we go. We got a nice devil dick. We had the Shrek dick here, and now we got the devil dick, right? You got the big green candle, big red candle. And now we're just sitting and waiting. Now we're just sitting and waiting. But you guys should all be up and doing pretty well today. So all right, let's see what happens next. I don't see anything that I particularly care to trade at the moment on this. Just not seeing what I want. If I don't see it what I want, then I just won't do anything. Oh shit, it's Cloudy. What's up, Cloudy? Yeah, sometimes we don't see what we want, and if we don't see what we want, then we just simply don't trade it. Right? It is that easy. Believe it or not, it is that easy. You can sit and do nothing. A large part of trading, and especially when you start getting into the more like the higher time frame trading, like swing trading, position trading, long-term investing, patience is even more important then. So, take that for what it is. The last thing we want to do is rush through these trades or feel any kind of FOMO, any kind of emotion, really, to be honest with you. It's not a good thing. So, keep all that emotion separate. Keep all that emotion separate. Seem to be finding some support here. We'll see if we can manage to hold the support. It's kind of, yeah, see, there it is. Okay, there's the break. There's the break. Yep. And that's why we're just sitting and waiting, dude, because it's so iffy right now. We already hit some good trades, so we don't need to rush into another one. Just hang out. We're just hanging out together, guys.
Same as on US 30, by the way. We are also getting a break here.
I am going to be sitting and waiting through this. And I know you've heard me say that fucking 50 times in the last 2 minutes. And it's still true.
I've opened a small short on US 30. Very tiny, though.
I'm just going to wait. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I just opened short because US 30 is about to eat shit. There we go.
Those Riley calls are up 111% right now. Oh. Just casual little double, bro. It's no big. It's no big. No, things are looking pretty good.
Adding a little to my short here.
Time in force. What? Wait. What do you mean? It doesn't affect your long-term holding of it. If you place an order for Riley, what, like a buy or a sell order? What are you talking about? Potentially a breakout. Potentially. Give it a sec.
Nasdaq 30K.
If you can just give me a little bit more detail, I can answer you. It's not going to affect your current holdings at all. The only thing it would do is just add to it. So the time in force is basically just like, when are you 19 for Riley. What is that, Groupon? Yeah, so the time in force is basically saying that, like, hey, if this doesn't fill today, then cancel the order. That's all that the time in force today means, right? You're saying that you want it today, and if you can't get it today, then you don't want it, right? And then you'd have to place another order tomorrow. But realistically, I mean, you're going to be slapping the ask. So if you place that order, like, dude, it's going to fill. They'd love to sell it to you there. Trust me. Also, market makers just have no fucking choice. They have to sit on the bid and the ask. So, like, it's the whole reason that they exist, and the whole reason that they get all of their special exemptions. So,
all right, guys, I'm out of my US 30 short. I've covered
entering small Nasdaq long here. Very small, very small. Don't go crazy. All right, let's see what we can do. I'm already up a little bit. I'll run into a little bit of resistance up here. Can we break through all that? I think we can. I think we can break through all that. Flow's looking pretty decent. Set your stop to just below break even. Give yourself a little room. Oh, and it's hit. Okay. Yep. Stop hit. At least mine was. I've been setting them a little bit tight today, which is totally okay.
Tight?
They're tighter than usually what I do. I normally have like a fucking $20 range on my stops, bro.
Yeah, I know. But you changed your trading style a lot since you traded with prop firms.
Not so much.
No, you did.
Not so much. The reason I'm setting tight stops is because I have a lot more hanging out in my swings than I did a few months ago, because I'm feeling a certain kind of way about them.
If you are in any US 30 shorts by now, you should start adjusting your stop accordingly and trail aggressively.
And if you're still in those NASDAQ longs, you should be taking profits. Assuming you didn't get stopped out with me. This is probably the time to start taking your profits, guys. Oh, wow. What the fuck? Make sure you take profits here. Make sure you take profits here.
I've also invited a buddy of mine to the server. He's gonna have a little chat with you later on.
Sounds good. No, you don't hold through that. You fucking big ass spike up top. Hell no, you don't hold longs through that, bro. You take those fucking profits. We're not swing trading like doing the 1 hour swing trade shit. Like, you know, this stream only lasts for another 30 minutes. We're making sure that everyone is grabbing their gains right now. And if we see something else, right, then we can you know, see what happens. But I want to make sure that people are walking away with their money in this stream. Yeah, because we're not going to be sitting here. We're not going to be sitting here all day doing this. You know, we do our morning stream, do like an hour of education, an hour of trading, and then we call it a day, right? And realistically, like I don't want to see you guys spending your entire day behind the charts trading. Like it's not it's not necessary. Like you can make plenty of money in the first hour of the market.
Yeah, I'm also done for the day. Not gonna take anything else.
I mean I'm already up, so like I don't give a shit. I did good.
Me too. The shorts I posted last night in Asia were also clean as fuck.
Not gonna lie, I thought Asia was gonna pump last night.
I didn't. It was kind of clear for me that it didn't.
I just expected like irrational exuberance around potential peace talks, because that's what we see every time. We see everyone like fucking trust that and believe it. And Wall Street takes that opportunity to fucking pump it and get a bunch of people bagged. Every time.
Yeah, I
Every
just
time.
took the weekly opening gap as a big magnet.
And that realistically, I mean that works out, right? Yeah. So hopefully you guys did take your profits up here. Like, sincerely, really hope you did. I hope you're not holding on to nonsense, right? There might be another re-entry pretty soon here that's available. I don't know that I'm going to be taking it just because I've already done a decent bit of trading today, and you know, I'm feeling pretty good about where I am, and also my swings are doing fucking phenomenal, with Groupon already up about 100% on those calls. Starting to kind of recover on the day. Riley just broke $11. Whoa. And right back down, 1096. But still, right. Look at, oh, we're getting some movement here. Right? Groupon's starting to fucking move. Things are looking pretty good.
By the way, I haven't seen you talking about PYPD in a moment.
It's been doing pretty okay.
Because it's sitting right now on a breakout point.
Mm-hmm. It's been doing pretty okay. I mean, I like PYPD. It's just something that I hold, though. Like I'm not like in an active trade on it. It's more like I bought it a while ago, right? Like here,
Yeah.
you could see where we were buying it in this range, and now we're just sitting and waiting, right? Like this is where all that purchasing was done. It was back here, February, March, and now I'm just holding the position. So it's not really for me. It's not a trade. It's more like a small speculative investment. So like, there's just not too much to talk about. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it's just a waiting game. Like there's nothing actively really going
Like
on that's
Jumia.
super exciting. It's like Jumia, right? Well, Jumia is going to be. I think Jumia is going to take quite a bit longer than PYPD. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
like Jumia is literally, and I called it a long time ago, right? I told you guys what my idea was. My idea is like a 5 year plus idea. Like Jumia is not going to move quickly until it eventually does all at once, and it moves super fucking quick. Oh shit. Just gotta notice that more people are jumping in on Groupon. Love to see that.
I've also seen the volume climb absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also the
absolutely.
market cap just went up by a good chunk.
This seems to be support.
And did you
I,
learn something, Kushay?
yeah, that's the question. Did you end up learning some stuff? Because I hope so. That's the whole point of this, right? Is we want to learn and we want to take trades together. I've never seen a regular show. I only watch weird shows. No, I know that it's the show is called Regular Show. No, I've never seen it.
Good.
Good. Very good. No, we're glad to have you. And again, if you guys want to do this every day, and also if you want to, like, I'm going to tell you right now, I give a decent bit of information on these free streams, but like the Warrior streams are where we really dig into shit. So, if you are interested in learning a ton, and also like all the swings and everything else that we do, be sure to join. Seriously, like we do this every single day. Um, well, Monday through Friday. Obviously, we don't trade on the weekends. Like, not fucking trading meme coins and shit. Um, but yeah, join up, because I've been doing this for 13 and a half years. I've taught Icarus a lot. He already knew a lot. He's been learning a lot on his own. Like, he's a really solid trader that's able to give advice. Some of our warriors have been doing really, really fucking well. So, it's just kind of a matter of time, like hanging out. Like, I'll tell you right now, unnamed has been hanging out in these streams since what, probably November,
Yeah, pretty
every
much since
day,
the start.
like since the start. I'm telling you, unnamed is like a beast. Okay, an absolute beast of a trader.
I'm not shy, unnamed. What the fuck?
Ic- Icarus is so shy. He won't even show his face on camera.
Alright, whatever.
I've seen Icarus. I can confirm that he is a real person. Okay. I've seen him. He'll get on face cam with me. He just won't do it in front of a crowd. looks like we might be getting some buyer absorption here. We'll just kind of hang out a sec and see if that's what ends up happening. But we might be kind of range bound between the point of control and this liquidity level here that we've touched on a few times, which is like down at 901 on the CFD chart. See, unnamed is killing it. And that's the thing, right? It's like profits talk at the end of the day, right? Everyone wants to say they can do it, but it's like, can you, if you can't show up and do this live, then I don't fucking believe you. Because any asshole, okay, and pardon me for a moment, but any asshole can go and open up two charts, like two of the same NASDAQ chart, and be like, oh, this is a long entry, this is a short entry. And then they just show you the winner, right? Everyone can do that. Any idiot can do that. But being able to come here and do it live and show you to your face in real time, that's something different. Okay. Right. So when these guys are trying to sell you their model and sell you fucking PDFs, okay, don't listen to that garbage. Don't even fucking believe them. Don't even humor them unless they can show you live that they can do this. Right. And to be honest with you, I would be hesitant to even trust anyone that doesn't understand equities and options. You know what I mean? Like if you are going to say that you are like some kind of king of the market, but you don't understand the main instruments that move it, then I almost feel like you don't know shit. You know what I mean? So don't trust these fucking people. Don't listen to them, right? Like if they can do it, then they should be able to show you live on a stream. And again, like right now, yeah, no, we're not taking any trades. Why? Because we already fucking nailed like 4 of them. We don't need to take any trades. We already made a bunch of money today. Now we're just hanging out, right? If we see something super, super obvious, then we'll do well. Oh, dude, Riley's starting to go nuts. Let's fucking go. Woo! Come on, baby. Wait. Let me pull up the daily. That's a breakout. That's a break. You see that? You see how beautiful that chart is? This is the one that we've been calling out since it was like fucking $6. And then we even called it out back here in December when it was like 4. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show it to me. Let's fucking go. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Show me those gains. Oh, Riley, so beautiful. How up is Riley for me right now? That's the question. How up is Riley for me? Well, good morning, Barry. See, Barry's been making so much money. He's like, fuck it, bro. I'll just wake up when I want to. You know what I mean? Barry's just thugging it. Oh, dude, Riley calls. If you took those Riley calls with me, you'd be up 130%. Let's fucking go. I know a few people did. Groupon calls looking real good as well. Okay, yeah, we're doing great, guys. We're doing great. It's a good day. What is this on Groupon? Wait, is that also a breakout? What? Are we breaking out on both of them at the same time? What? Who would have ever fucking guessed? Who would have ever fucking guessed that that's the way that works? Yeah, Riley's treating us nicely for sure. Riley is definitely treating us nicely. Fucking huge money on that, dude. Riley's been a money printer. Just fucking. Oh, God. I love making money in the morning with my homies. Bulls are trying to push this. Let's see if we can clear all of these wicks. If we can clear those wicks. Uh, and like sustain that move, right? Not just wick up, but like push up and sustain and start to climb a little bit, then this would actually look pretty good. Yeah. Wait a sec. Entering small long on NASDAQ here. Very small. This will be the last trade of the day. Make sure you have a nice stop loss set to protect yourself. And my stops hit. That was pretty quick. Give a fuck. I'm doing great. Had a great morning. Had a great morning. I think all of us did. All right, guys.
Pretty much, yeah.
So now that we're pretty much done for the day here, how did everyone do? How did everyone do? Well, yeah, it's because you slept in a little bit, Barry, but you've been doing good. So you know. Oh, when did you do that aspect?
Man, damn.
I'm telling you guys, you want to make sure that you are yeah. You want to make sure that we're not over trading. Like again, like what I've said a million times is I only do like the day trading thing usually on stream with you guys. Occasionally I'll trade Asia. And you know, for the most part I do it here with you, right? Like I don't spend all my time day trading. I spend a very small
Holy
amount of my time
drawdown.
day
Frozen,
trading.
what the fuck are you doing?
Shit, unnamed up $2,000. And see, and again, unnamed, realize that unnamed has been here for like 6 months. I will waterboard you, Aspect, if you break that rule. I will come to your house. I will personally waterboard you. Let's get some W's in the chat for unnamed. Doing fucking great. Up over $2,000. Yeah, so I'll look at them, right? But I don't like spend time trading them, right? And I don't like watch every single tiny movement. It'll just kind of be like at night, I'm like, oh, I wonder how Asia's doing. All right, let me look. Okay, it's up. Okay, it's down, right? Whatever it is, right? I just go take a look. I go take a look. And then after that look, that's fine. I'm done, right? Maybe 2 or 3 hours pass, I take another look, right? 30 seconds. What's it doing? What's it doing? Okay, it's doing this.
Yeah, for real, unnamed. You should rename yourself.
I think unnamed should be named Goat.
Nah.
It's the Goat. Unnamed's about to take over and start streaming instead of me, bro.
For real?
No, I mean, I don't know. I enjoy coming on here and talking to you guys too much, man, to give that up, to be so honest with you. But yeah, no, great job. Yeah, London is
Fuck you.
London is a crazy session. It's not as crazy as Asia, because Asia's like the scammiest fucking session in the world, but yeah. See, and then also because I have all my swings, right? Which I definitely post for all of you guys, because I have all my swings. Like I don't even need to do any more trading to benefit from the market flipping green, because I can just sit here on my stock and on my options and fucking literally print money by doing nothing. Like I'm gonna go take a fucking nap after this. And the entire time that I nap, I'm going to sit in my trades and hold my swing trades and make money. And I expect that I'll wake up a few grand richer after my nap. Like that's how this works. So, you know, just yeah, that's the key, right? You gotta learn how to do these other things. So um, everybody, again, if you want to join all of this and you want to learn um, how to really trade, and you want to learn different styles of trading, um, then join the Warriors. If you are not in, this is your call to join. You see the success that you can have just by hanging out in streams with us and learning. So stop making excuses. Don't put it off. Don't say you're going to do it later. Invest in yourself now. I'm telling you. Invest in yourself.
What's $69 to you guys? I mean, you can make it literally on a Tuesday morning with us.
It's fucking pocket change is what it is. Oh man. Do you see this fucking Groupon chart right now, Icarus? Look at this, bro. They tried to drag it down and look at it just get bought back up. Dude, this thing's gonna
Yeah, I
fucking
saw it.
squeeze. This thing's about to fucking squeeze. Oh man. Yeah, real shit. Join up, guys. Join up, guys. All right. Well, I think that this is a good spot to call the stream for today. Um, thank you so much to everyone for joining. Congratulations on the gains. Warriors, I'm going to see all of you tomorrow, and we're going to have some real exciting stuff to talk about. But yeah, everybody join in. Join in. I would love to have you, right? We have a really nice community here. It's always looking to help each other out and hang out. So, you know, everybody, fantastic job today. And again, I will see you soon. If you need anything, feel free to just give me a little ping, Warriors. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We're signing off. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yep, you too. Enjoy your days.